Okay, so we're gonna talk about the resets. So one thing that all natives, well, good majority of Native Americans can agree on is that we're living in the fourth world right now, and there's been about three resets that we know of. So in the beginning of time, or in the beginning, right, there was more land. You had Atlantis, which was in the Atlantic Ocean. You had the lost continent of Mu, which was in the Pacific Ocean, and then you had Cumeria, also known as Lumeria, in the Indian Ocean. So in the long time ago, the further you go back, the more advanced people were, and there was a world war. Atlantis was in a nuclear war with Cumeria or Lumeria, and Atlantis nuked Cumeria, and this was the first reset. So Native Americans say the first world was destroyed by fire. This is true, the nukes. And over in that part of the world, they were that's where all the Hindu gods are like they got like 330 million gods, but they're all like animal headed gods. And there was a lot of there was like a laboratory where that was the center of that research. And from that fallout from that nuclear war, it left people growing with 6 arms, and that's why they got like 8 legs coming out their chest and all that. It's from nuclear fallout. But natives also say in the second world was the ice age, right? So also from that nuclear fallout, when you nuke a continent and you fuck with the tectonic plates, like these, the more advanced, they're probably bigger than today's nukes. You blow up volcanoes, and from the smoke and everything, will block out the sun. So it probably blocked out the sun for a couple years, and that's when we went into an ice age. So so Africans, people that have harsh melanin and curly hair, and people that are made for a warmer climate, this is when they came in. They came into the third world, right? So in the third world, they say it was destroyed by uh, a flood. So Cumeria Lumeria got sunken in the first reset, destroyed by fire. The second world, there was an ice age, and then after the ice age, that's when black people came around. You can tell that's true because people that have straight hair, we're hairless creatures, so the hair covers your back, right? Asiatic eyes um, helps snow blindness and wind chill, right? So anybody that has like lighter skin, straight hair, Asiatic eyes was here before, started before or during the ice age, and black people came after the ice age. So that would have been the second world. They came in the third world. And in the third world, Atlantis and the lost continent of Mu sunk during the flood. And the lands that are left now, the continents, is what's left after all those resets. So what's crazy is the Mayans also say in the third world, right? They made people at in each world, right? But by the time they got to the first world, like the first world, they made people from clay. Um, but they just weren't good enough. By the time they got to the third world, they had made people out of wood, and these people became disrespectful. They stopped worshiping God and they started worshiping themselves. And then God punished these people by turning them into apes. Now, white man says man comes from ape. Red man says ape comes from man. That they used to be people. Now, if you look up where bonobo apes, silverback gorillas, and chimpanzees are indigenous to, you can only find them in the Niger Congo, where black people are also indigenous to. But right now, we're living in the fourth world. I've heard different theories that it's going to be earthquakes, it's going to be fire again, or possibly a flood. Nobody will know until it happens. But the Mayans said 2012. My people say 2100. So in between now and the year 2100, we got that much time left. Thanks for listening, and go ahead and share my content. Yahweh.